Hey guys, how's it going? Just back with another video here. Just wanted to run through some of the bugs, glitches, problems, issues, all that crap that there is with 2K18 currently. I think the first and most obvious one is right at the start, and we'll go in right here. See it right away. Right at the player creation menu, you are effectively told nothing. It's terrible. You're guessing with this player. So let's just use a random player and build them, and I'll show you exactly what I mean here. So right now I'm on power forward, and I'm sort of like, okay, sure, power forward's good enough to show you guys. Let's see, let's go in here. Dumpty dumpty dum. How long do I sit on this screen? Alright, there we go. Oh, no, back to power forward, there we go. Alright, so let's just choose someone here. First things first, you don't see any ratings. There's just bars out of 25. Now, for example, my 7'3" glass cleaner defender has full bars on vertical, but it's only like a 39 vertical. What does that help? Like, I need ratings here. I need ratings actually to tell me what this corresponds to. Like, I don't know what my rating is, whether I'm a driving and finishing defending power forward, or if I'm a defending driving and finishing. I don't know this. The other thing I'm gonna get to here in a second, like, yeah, check it out. Like, it's all these bars mean nothing. They're just arbitrary. It's just sort of like, you're kind of good at it ish. Like this, they don't help in any way, shape, or form. It makes you just have to guess, and guessing is not good. Some people want to guess and they don't care. Some people just want to make a pure slasher and just smash on people. And that's fine. But for the people who, maybe there should be a toggle where it's like you hit R1 during this, or hit L2 or something, and you can see exactly what the stats would be. Anyways, another thing I want to talk about is the badge lie here at the start. Now check this out. Shot creating, defending. I'm going to scroll through this, but anyways, you see 7 gold badges. If there's 7 gold, why is there a silver ankle breaker showing as your key badge? And I'll tell you why. It's because every player's gold badge number is inflated. It's inflated by a number of 3. So there are 3 new badges this year that I believe almost every player can get on gold, and those are free throw ace, glue hands, and quick reflexes. All of these can be gotten on gold. So for example, when you see a player with 7 or 10 or however many gold badges, you got to take 3 off that to actually see what you get. On this one here, 3-point shooting, defending, you get 7 gold badges, but 3 of them are useless ones. They're non-game factor badges. They're not what we would call the standard badges. There's just these 3 other badges. So it's absolutely ridiculous that you can't see the other badges as well. Why can't I see the silver badges? Why can't I see the bronze badges? Why don't you tell me that 3 of the gold badges are for free throws, catching balls, I think that's what glue hands is, catching passes, and quick reflexes, which I have no idea what it's for. So here, we're going back to that power forward example. Here, another thing. I change the height, it just gives me arrows. I don't get ratings. What if I want to have a certain amount of standing dunk? What if I want a certain amount of ball control? What if I want a certain level of defensive and offensive rebounding? And lateral quickness, that's a big one, lateral quickness. Why don't you tell me these things as I'm doing it? Give me a rating. Give me right beside, right to the left on the left side and the right on the right side. Give me a rating and tell me how it goes up or down. Leave the arrow as it is and put a number beside it as well, so I know. Same thing, wingspan. I get all these things that change, but it doesn't actually tell me anything about the numbers that are changing. Same thing with weight. I can go minimum weight and it just gives me arrows. I don't know, what if my strength goes down to 38 from like a 75? What if the strength goes up from 75 to 99 with that? Like, or what if it goes from 75 to 70 and then up to 80? Like, that's a difference maker. It's absolutely insane. And the same thing happens with the next stuff. You'll see right here is, you'll see the shoulder width. That affects nothing, I hope, because it doesn't tell me it changes anything. I want numbers. I want actual data. Of course, your shooting hand and your number don't affect anything. Anyways, that's the first problem. I think 2K needs to fix this. It needs to be done very soon. And here's another perfect example of us just being forced to guess with everything. Here's my player upgrade menu. You have to actually spend the time and the VC to upgrade your player before you can find out his ratings. It's just bars out of 25. It's absolutely ridiculous. So look at it here. My vertical is 1 bar off max, but my vertical is 38. It's another thing. It's ridiculous. It's a huge VC grab. People make players just to find out that they don't have the ratings that they want. My stamina is 98, but it dies out right away. It's absolutely insane. Here's another fun one, guys. It's Bruiser. Now, we all know what Bruiser does. It drains energy from people that bump into you and stuff, but it's based off getting hard hits. What's a hard hit? How do I get one? How do I initiate one? I can get this badge on Hall of Fame, and I'm not even like 3/4 of the way to getting it silver yet, where I've maxed out other badges. How do you get these badges? Defensive, offensive, screens, box outs, what is it? We need to know these badges. They can't just be random guesses as to what we gotta do. Let's move on to the next thing. We're talking camera angles here. Now, I'm going to switch it here to the default 2K camera angle that comes with the game when you open it, when you start it the first time. I believe it's 5 and 5 on zoom and height, so let's not save that because I hate it. What am I going to do with this camera angle? It's at such a low angle. Like, I have trouble, you can't seal off baseline, you can't tell positioning. It's like playing chess from really, really, really low down. It's hard to see. So immediately what I always do is I switch it to this camera angle, which is a zoom of 1 and a height of 10, which helps. Now I can seal off baseline to a point here, but it's still not great. There are tons of camera angles in the game. So for example, there's one here that I really like using, but I can't because it's bad practice because I can't use it online. I like the high camera angle at about 1 zoom and about a height of 8. This lets me see not only the whole court, including where everyone is on the offensive end in the half court set, but it's great for getting angles and playing help defense, and a big one for me, sealing off baseline. So we'll go here into the next clip here, and you'll see me playing in the second half or second quarter with this, and I'm just, I just went and played this to get some gameplay footage of it. It's not like I'm really trying here, but I get to see the angles and I get to see how players are moving. Not just, I don't want to see it in like anything close to first person. Look at this. I can prevent it from coming here, and it's not an issue with seeing how tall things are. I'd rather have it more overhead than see more verticality. If someone's snagging right over me, that's fine. I'll live with it if that's going to happen. I'm 7'3" and I'm a rebounder. Next thing here is the headphones. Headphones are a great idea. Link it to the Spotify that we can have if you have it on your PS4. I want it so that when I put on my headphones, my Spotify starts up immediately with whatever the last playlist is. I don't think that's that hard to implement, and I think it will be a super awesome idea to make these headphones really, really fun to use and really useful. Next thing is Quick Reflexes badge. First things first, at least there's a drill to work on this badge. There is also a drill for free throw ace. There is no drill for glue hands, whatever the hell that does. Who knows what it does. I wish there was a list of what the badge did, but I have no idea what it does. The second thing is for this Quick Reflexes badge, again, what does it do? I'm a big man. I play in the paint almost exclusively. What does this badge do for me? Does it help on the defensive end, offensive end? Do I just not get my ankle snapped as often if I get stuck out on the perimeter? What is the benefit of this badge? It's not cool to have badges that we have to earn. This is one of the badges I can get gold. I have a gold badge that I have no idea what it does. That makes absolutely no sense. I've tried tweeting the devs and asking them what it does, but no one gets back to me. No one has any idea what this badge actually does. One more thing I want to talk about that I've been saying since start of 2K17 is that there should be a difference between ball security and ball control. Now currently ball security doesn't exist as far as I know. Ball control is your dribble ability, directly related to your ability to dribble the ball, which I understand to be low for a 7'3" center, but ball security should be higher. Somebody like Shaq or Drummond or these other rebounding bigs, or DeAndre, when they have two hands on the ball, a guard can't just come up behind them or in front of them and strip it. That shouldn't happen. They need to differentiate between ball control and ball security being something related to your strength or your size or something like that. The next thing I gotta talk about is stuff like draw foul and offensive consistency. These both as far as I know, cannot be worked on. I believe I just scrolled past it a minute ago. Offensive consistency is stuck at a 58, and draw foul is stuck at a 25. How do we work on these? Where do you get them upgraded? I want my draw foul to be higher because I'm in the paint. I don't want to get, fouled and have no call. And same with offensive consistency. I want it up. We need to find ways, we need to have ways to work on these. Alright guys, another thing I want to talk about is the grind for Hall of Fame badges. You can see here it needs 162,000. I'm at 60,000. This is for Hall of Fame brick wall. So I'm trying to figure out how long this is actually going to take. So I looked at some stats. This is from NBA.com. This is screen assists per game. The big one we're going to see is on the left there. The highest number in the league is 6.2 screens per game. So I did some math. 6.2 assists per game. I'm going to assume that only 1/3 of picks lead to an actual screen assist. Therefore, total picks per game per one individual player is about 18.6, so 19. Let's round up to 20. Hall of Fame brick wall, if you earn 40 XP per pick, I did the math. It needs 12,000 to bronze, 24,000 to silver, 72,000 to gold, and 162,000 to Hall of Fame. Doing the math, you need 6,750 picks. Now, assuming 20 picks per game, like in real life, that's approximately 335 real life games. That's absolutely ridiculous. Assuming not real life, let's say in career mode only, where you can just spam picks and picks and picks, you can get 60 picks per game. You can get a little higher some games, but still, 60 picks per game is approximately 110 career games. That's just doing picks. You want me to spend 110 career games just setting picks, or the equivalent of 110 career games in Park and Pro-Am. It's ridiculous. The grind for some of these badges is absolutely insane, and don't even get me started on Hustle Rebounder. Last thing I want to talk about is some of the stuff that I don't have footage for. I should say I'm just going to put some drill footage in the background. First things first, cutscenes. Why can't we skip them? They are unbearably cringy and absolutely terrible. Why can't the stupid Asian lady put her shoulders down? Why can't she just shut the fuck up and leave me alone? Like, I don't want her in my life. Like, could you please leave? Everything about the dialogue is terrible. The only funny part that I found for the dialogue was at the very start when the lady who's signing up for the Jordan event is like telling off ATM. That's literally the only thing that I even came remotely close to laughing at. Words do not describe how bad the cutscenes and the dialogue are in this game. Number 2 is, why do big men suck at catching the ball? So everyone's seen it in a Pro-Am game. If you play Pro-Am, you give a bit of a 20, 30 foot pass to a big man, and all he does is fumble it and kick it out of bounds. It's ridiculous. I understand you guys want to give a reason for there to be the glue hands badge, but these are NBA players we're talking about. These are players that are already good at what they do. They've already made it to the NBA. This isn't a high school kid or a junior high kid who needs to get told to, yeah, put your hands on the ball, make sure you don't lose it when it's passed to you. This is stuff where this should already be in the game. You shouldn't be dropping the ball as soon as you get passed to it. The next thing is squad invites. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying about this. How come when you're trying to squad up in the park or the neighborhood or whatever you want to call it, how come you have to send an invite twice? So I got a buddy, he invites me to a squad, I accept it, it goes away completely. Then he's got to wait some sort of waiting period, some like recharge period, so that he can send me another invite so that I can actually get in the squad. This is ridiculous. This is an easy fix. This has to be implemented. It's got to get fixed. There's no excuse for it. Last thing I want to talk about, or of the stuff that I don't have cutscenes for, is the lag. Now, I don't play Park. I want to play more, but I haven't been playing any this year. I've been exclusively playing Pro-Am and Career. But I've been hearing from a couple different YouTube videos that the only way to get rid of the lag in Park, now what I mean about lag is not bad connection lag, I'm talking input delay. The reason that people have to have different jump shots at Park and Pro-Am because your release point has to be earlier because lag will carry it later. We're talking about actual latency in the game. There's a lot of it in Park and there's quite a bit of it in Pro-Am, but it's significantly less. I'm hearing the only way to get rid of that latency in the Park games is to buy a PS4 Pro Dude, I'm in Canada. Those are $500 here. So you're saying to play a game, I have to spend another $500 just to not get lag? That's absolutely ridiculous. That's insane. Like, I don't know how they can get away with that. You have to optimize for both consoles. I know for a fact that there are more regular PS4s out there than PS4 Pros. You're trying to say it's okay, your competitive advantage is to get a PS4 Pro, and then you can actually play competitively. That's like giving everyone who has money to buy a PS4 Pro a cheat code. Now I'm starting to consider buying a PS4 Pro. I've had my PS4 since, I think, when the PS4 came out, late 2013, and now it's like, oh, it's not good enough to play a video game you want to play without lag. That's unacceptable. It's got to be optimized for both. You can't just have it optimized for one. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hopefully somebody from 2K will see this because, you know, some shit's got to get fixed. Take care. I'm out.